Now, there's no doubt about it. We live in the age of information. In fact, it's become so easy for people to find information about you online. And so it's become like an essential part of the modern day life to build your own professional, personal brand so that you can stand out from the rest. And here with tips on how to do that successfully and effectively is internationally certified career coach, Ashleyanne Spencer-Smith. Thank you so much. I feel like I've said your name so many times this morning. That's itself imprinted itself as a brand on our show. But thank you very much for being here.
It's a pleasure.
And I want to just start off first by asking, when we talk about a personal brand, exactly what are we referring to, and has the popularity of social media made it so much more important for us to build that professional, personal brand?
Yeah. I mean, when you think of any brand, any company's brand, it's the thoughts and reflections that somebody gets when they see you, those ideas that come to mind. That, in essence, is your brand. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the job seeker, it takes one level further, and that is, it's the promises and value that you are going to bring to a prospective employer. And social media has absolutely ratcheted up the need for people to take more attention to your personal brand. Mm-hmm. Even if you're not active on social media, you still will have an online presence, and it's really replaced social media has really replaced that first point of impression that an employer is going to find. Because as you'll see, 94% of recruiters are using social media to find new candidates. Yeah. So it's a significant source of new opportunities.
And we know what they say about those first impressions. Now, when we talk about an effective personal brand, what do we mean by that, and how do you go about creating an effective one?
A lot of people, when they talk about branding, they stop short. There's two elements. There is the part of you, the values that you bring, the strengths that you offer. But it's always in the context of your client or your employer. What is the value as it relates to their needs, not just as it relates to you and how you feel. You're selling a product. Even if you're employed in a job, you're still selling a product. You're either selling excellent customer service or exceptional communication. Whatever your strength is, that is providing a resource for a company, and you need to market and make that connection between what you're good at, what you're strong at, and what the company needs. Yeah. And then articulate with that back it up with actual accomplishments that you've done and where you've done it before.
Yeah. And so let's speak about some of those tips that you have in terms of articulating your personal brand message to ensure that it's clear, it's concise, understandable, and most importantly, it has that value.
Yeah. So there's a lot of work that's being done in the personal branding space. There's a lot of resources that are available to help somebody to do this. Because it does start with the personal values and identifying your personal strengths. And while that can seem easy to do, it's really important that you block out a lot of time to actually sit down and really think this through. And it's good to work with a coach or some professional on doing this. There's resources that you can, plenty of resources online that you can use. The second element would be to get the feedback of others. So whether that's done by a 360 feedback process that you do with a professional coach, or if it's just surveying your friends, family, and coworkers to get their impressions of what you are and to see, does your strengths line up with what other people are seeing from you?
All right.
And then the next step would be really to start doing the research on the ideal company that you'd be working for, the ideal client, and then start to match those up. And then lastly, you just need to boil that down into a message that can be quickly and easily articulated, depending on the media that you're using. Yeah. So if it's a conversation, you want kind of a 15-second elevator speech where you can quickly and concisely just state your brand. If it's online, you want to be able to quickly and concisely state it in a couple paragraphs backed up with some real examples of where you've done that.
But of course, it all takes that background work that you do need to do, because you are your own brand at the end of the day, and you need for yourself, like I said, to do that work first. So thank you very much, Ashleyanne, for joining us this morning, and I hope that was enlightening to you at home. If you'd like more information, do visit the website consiliumcareers.com.